Yo, what's up? Episode 137? Holy moly. Wow. Let's have some fun on a Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on in, people. Welcome. I don't have my remote control. And where's the phono? There we go. We go to CD to record in this show. Camillo, Elior, hi, welcome. Sherman, my mama, my sister, Ruth, Fallon, wow, great group. Happy Monday, let's have fun. My name is Cardone, Adam Cardone. This is Evening Hour Live, episode 137. I can't believe I've done that many. It is Monday, my favorite day of the week. I've got a great subject to BS about for the next hour. I'm drinking fake beer, and I'm in a good mood. And it was 60 degrees today at the beach, so welcome, everybody. Come on. Bill, yawn in the house. I love that you're in here, Bill, because, I mean, we went to school together when we were kids, but we also share the Dungeons & Dragons thing since we were in middle school, so I love that you're in this room chatting. Come on in. I'm excited about today. First and foremost, let me turn this down. I want to talk about last week. My episode was not an evening hour, it was a boardgasm, which is my board game show, and I did it on Degenerates, and it's such an honor to do a show on your favorite game, and the creator and the miniature sculptor are in the chat room participating. It's flattering and totally cool. And I'm working on a new boardgasm for another new game that I never played called, my God, Dark Venture is the game, but it's Dark Venture Battle for the Ancients. And I'm going to do a show on that. Top of the evening to, greetings from Southwest Colorado. Greetings. Is this your first time watching the show? If you are new, please understand, it's a chatty show. It's live. I would never want to do these if they were canned episodes. We have a great chat. We have a great group of fun, smart chatters in here. Say hi. Introduce yourself. Some of these people I know, some I don't. Amanda. There you go. Hi, Amanda. Nice seeing you. Seriously, say hi. Did they get a decent bump on their Kickstarter last week, says Bill. Yes, they did. They hit 2 big things, their next goals. They've done some add-ons. I think there's another week to go. Please go find that game. It's outstanding. It's not your first time. Cool. Bonatavada, another fabulosa show. Well, Fallon, Bonatavada, you Dalio leak. Thank you for coming. We're all going to start speaking Polari. Thank you, Ruth. Hey, from LA. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Bialzafon, welcome. The other thing is, you can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe. That's my favorite thing to do. And if you're the donating type, great. There's a link down at the description. I believe my chat bot is on, so there's games in the chat. And yeah. Let me get this camera rolling. Now, this is cool. I have a little news, a video I want to show that has nothing to do with the episode tonight. The episode today is called Nasty Candy and Taste Buds from Hell. I would say I have the taste buds from hell, And the candy I'm going to show you today, I don't think is nasty. I think it's good. But that's the show today. But I think you're going to like this because, not the hand cam, that's the candy. There's my hand. Where the heck is it? Oh, here we go. I wanted to show you something. There's something else that's coming out March 1st. Oh, wait, hold on, Ruth. Just said I got the Polari book. Yes, I want your review because maybe I'll order it too. Yeah. Yeah, Dan, it has a lot of points. I love it. It's from chatting and not gambling, maybe. Because those chat points, you can lose them from playing the games, which is funny that he's got that many. You could also lose them all really quick. So, one of my friends, Paris Mayhew, from the band Cro-Mags and White Devil and now Agros, he's a living legend in the hardcore scene. And he's from a band called, you might have heard of them, called Cro-Mags, which I would put them in a very elite group of influential bands that changed the music scene. I will put them in that. They're one of the first hardcore bands ever in that genre. And they influenced a lot of musicians. I mean, seriously. So he has a new record coming out. I have a copy here. And it's funny, it's not out yet. I'm not supposed to. I mean, I got an early copy. Clearly, I'm friends with the guy. But it's a funny story. Christmas Eve this year, I'm at home with my family. And there you go. Dan says it. Best NYC hardcore band by far. I agree. I really like them. Okay, so there you go. So you're going to like today's episode. A lot of people are going to like today. So Christmas Eve, Paris calls me on the phone and goes, hey, this is a weird question. Because he was hanging out with his wife that night, too. And I was with my family and my kids. And it was literally Christmas Eve. He goes, hey, weird question. I just got the shipment of the new records. Is there any way I can, put one on? Because he has a turntable, but not as good as mine. My turntable, I'm not bragging here, but when I put it on 11, it's booming and crystal clear and awesome. He wanted to come play his new record on my system. So I was like, yeah, great, come over. Merry Christmas. Let's have some Christmas snacks, cookies, and blast your new record. Well, here it is. I have literally the first copy. He wanted to hear it. I think he heard a little bit of something. He wanted to make sure he wasn't hearing things because there's other noises when you play a record. Here it is. It's the art does not do it justice. The video you can't see. The art's absolutely brilliant. There's the back. Now there's a link in the description to his website. You should go. Now I'm going to describe the music and then I'm going to show you. Look at the red vinyl. There's it's hard to believe how beautiful this record is. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that's going to order this. It's really good. It's instrumental hardcore with other elements involved. I don't know how to explain it. Why not make it 10? Because this one goes to 11. You got it. I really, when I heard the record, he put out 2 videos for this. So this was his COVID project. He was like, I ain't sitting around doing COVID. I'm going to make music. So he made some awesome music. And I'm going to show you a piece of... This video, I think, is 9 minutes long. He filmed it. He directed it. He wrote the song. On the album, there are guests playing instruments. He plays the bass on everything and the guitar on all tracks. But the leads and some of the other guitar parts are his friends. Oh yeah, Dan, it's good. I'm going to show you a video called City Kids, just a part of it, and show you what he has done to the hardcore movement. I think he's taken it and elevated it to a new standard. It's quite brilliant. I think the music critics, the snobby music critics, are going to be taken back a bit. Really, they're going to be like, wow, this is intense, and it's really well done. And so I met Paris way back in the day through the music business scene and just going out and partying, and he was in this music scene. And he would come to my band shows, and I would bump into him at King Diamond shows. I'd be like, oh, hey, you have good taste too. What's up, brother? because a lot of people didn't like King Diamond that I was hanging out with. So I made friends with him there. And then when he started doing guest slots in Toilet Boys, we started hanging out a lot more. And I remember when he was doing this record and he would play me little bits of it. And I was just like, wow, this is really interesting. It's not what I expected. Here's a video right now. This is called City Kids. This is not the whole video. Please go and watch the whole thing. It's really well made. It's really well filmed. The man is a professional union camera op for movies and TV. That's his real passion and job. And he's an amazing guitar player. So check this out. And songwriter. So here we go. This is Agro's City Kids. Party on. Folks, how crazy is that? Literally, I mean, they all go together. That song is actually a 9-minute song that is epic. Yeah. So please check it out. I'm not just doing this because he's my pal. This is a legit cool record. There's some punk rock, hardcore. There's organs. It's great. So, party on, Agros. I'm probably gonna have him on this show in about 3 weeks. He said he wanted to do the interview. I was like, let's do one. So yeah, very cool. So let's get into this silly episode that I think is gonna be really fun. And of course, I have a philosophical thing to bring it into at the end, which I always do. But this one here is about, literally, folks, welcome to the show. Today's show is called Nasty Candy and Taste Buds from Hell. So I want everybody here right now who's watching this show, and there's a whole bunch of y'all in here now. Welcome. Thank you for showing up. Write down what you consider nasty candy below. Me personally, the candy I don't like and I can't stand it are Sour Patch Kids. Don't like them. That to me is nasty. But all the other ones that nobody likes, Charleston Chewies. Yeah, they're okay. I wouldn't put them nasty, but they're not my fave. Yeah, come on, I want to see. I want to see what people think are gross. I want nasty, things that your taste buds can't handle. Almond Joy? Really? Nasty, huh? Oh, really? Oh, on a side note, this has nothing to do with anything, but I'm going to comment on it because it's interesting. Dan P. wrote, I'm finishing up the book on the Warriors. Very different. I never would think of that. All right, here we go. Bill Yon with the big one right away. Black licorice. We'll get to that. Okay. Neckos. I like that you spelled Necco with a K. That's kind of cool. Candy corn. Okay. Almond Joy again. Wow. All right, banana flavored circus peanuts. We're going to talk a lot about circus peanuts. Baby Ruth. Coke flavored bubble gum. This is, wow. I think I've had that. Candy corn. Okay, this is interesting. Camille says, candy corn are progressively nastier the more you eat it, kinda. Interesting. So one piece, you're like, hey, that's good. By the fourth piece, you're like, this is awful. What? Sacrilege, Jason. Root beer candy. All right, Ruth, if you like black licorice, you're going to like today, because a lot of today's black licorice. I'm a major fan, as most of you know. What's a bullseye thing? What the frick is a bullseye? Bullseye? I don't know this. Oh, Yvette. Yes, you like black licorice. That's my sister. I like candy corn too. All right, let's get in here. I made a list and so first on the list, I wrote Necco wafers. Of course, I love these. These are the chocolate ones. When I was a kid, I remember the package for Neccos was still paper with powder. They were powdery. And so the classic roll of Neccos is very interesting because it has 8 flavors. And the company Necco actually used to make 9 flavors. Oh, Sean, you're going to love today. I'm going to talk a lot about that. Oh, the black licorice freaks, you're going to get off today. This is a good one. But listen, Necco has 8 flavors, right? Chocolate. I forget the whole pantheon of flavors. But they have a clove flavored one in the roll. Clove and black licorice flavored, which is kind of cool. Wait, my video says starting soon? Oh, wow. Why did it do that? That's weird. Thank you. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so we're going to get to those cheap peanuts. So chocolate, oh, see, there you go. Ruth, chocolate Neccos, gross. So chocolate Neccos are very similar to chocolate Pez. Yeah, I fixed it. Everybody's telling me that my screen's on starting soon, which because of the delay, yeah, it'll catch up. There I am. Hi. Okay, retrograde again. So I liked Neccos because of their texture. They have this weird, like, brittle, they break apart. They're from, what year did they come out? 1847. The mystery flavor, the 9th flavor, was a peppermint flavor. They made a roll of peppermint, a roll of chocolate, and then a mixed roll. They didn't put the peppermint in the roll because there were other wintergreen and mint flavors. So they were like, we don't need too many. Fun Dip, it's funny, I didn't put it on my list, but I probably should have. Zagnuts. So I really like Necco's. I as a kid, I would always buy them. Oh, it says on the thing since 1847. Candy cigarettes. So candy cigarettes tasted like pink drops, which taste like Pepto-Bismol, which is a type of a tea berry. I know that what they are. I was going to say Necco's went out of business a few years ago, and another company bought them. So they didn't go out. Fun Dip is just sugar with that white stick that you pull it out with and eat it. Bozo the Clown sponsor. All right, so I put down Necco's. I wrote down Bit O Honey. I didn't buy any today. I don't like them, but I don't hate them, but they're so sticky that you can only suck on them. If you chew on them, it'll pull out your fillings. A lot of these candies. You have to be careful. What's Puaj? Whoa, that's a new one. Camille, where's that from? Puaj. What is that? Tell me. How about Goldberg Peanut Chews? I'm a fan. I know people that hate them. Again, they'll ruin your fillings. You got to be careful. Here's the candy that I can't believe somebody didn't write yet. And I'm a major fan. Good and Plenty. I'm a major fan. This is one of my favorite candies on earth. It's black licorice center with a candy coating. I think they look cool. I think they taste amazing. Major, major, major fan of Good and Plenty. I have a very strong memory being very young. I was maybe first year of college. And, it was an expression. Oh, I see. I like it. Never heard of Goldberg? Look up Goldberg Peanut Chew. Really old school, good candy. I like it. It's just you got to watch the fillings. So I have a very strong memory. I have attached this candy to an emotional feeling and an image. And it's going to be weird. I have a memory of me in a movie theater at my college in Pittsburgh eating. Yes, Goldberg was a wrestler and still is. Oh, it's regional, says Dan, right? And I have a memory of me eating Good and Plenty in a movie theater in my college campus watching The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Also, high as a kite. So I'm high watching Dr. Phibes, one of my favorite movies, eating Good and Plenty. And for some reason, the colors of this candy and the flavor remind me now forever of The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Here we go. So Bill Yawn is from my hometown of Altoona, PA. And we have Mallow Cups from our town, which a lot of you might know. It's not unknown. I'm a big fan. I should do an entire episode on these and go there and visit the factory for the 100th time. The reason why they're not so popular, according to them, and they told me this, they can't ship them by airplane. They can only ground ship because they blow up from the pressure. So that's a big problem. Anything wax, Fallon. Yeah, Fallon says last entry, anything wax. Oh, it's Goldenberg Peanut Chew. See that? My brain flipped it. So, Raisinets, you don't like them? Okay, wax isn't candy. I remember the wax lips and all that crap. And the wax bottles. Weird. Yeah, they still make them. Yeah, there's like liquid in the wax bottle. I will say I'm not a fan. I don't hate it. I will eat it, but it's not candy. It's like, ugh. It's weird. It's not candy. You can't eat it. Goldenberg Peanut Chews. Okay, that's what it is. So I wanted to go from Good and Plenty to the land of licorice. Because if you say to somebody, do you like licorice? I hate Skittles too, Dan. For me, Skittles are new. I remember when they came out. If you're pushing 50, Yeah, that's a new candy. But when I was little and I think of black licorice, I think of black licorice jelly beans, which nobody likes. I did. I think of Good and Plenty. I think of licorice pipes, those little black pipes. I think of Skittles suck. I agree. They do. They're weird. They're like, I don't know. I'd rather eat a Starburst, even though I don't like them. Sour Skittles. I don't like sour candy. So I always liked licorice. Twizzler Black, totally good. I like it. And then one day I discovered the real stuff that comes from Scandinavia. And if you know me in any way, shape, or form, you know me to show up to gigs, whether I'm backstage at one of my magic shows or a nightclub or anywhere, and I'm carrying around a bag of black licorice, eating it. And I always go, hi, would you like to have some black licorice? And people are either like, oh my God, I love black licorice, or And the funny thing is, this black licorice, if you know about it, is called Dubbelzoot. And Dubbelzoot is, to me, the creme de la creme of the type of black licorice. It's got hardly any sugar in it, and it's got ammonium chloride. It literally tastes like a salty ammonia and black licorice. And the best description I've ever heard is most people spit it out pretty quick, as if they had chewing tobacco. This is real. This is the real. Well, this isn't real meaning the root, but it's real meaning it's really powerful, the flavor of the root in this candy. But the flavor that I'm experiencing now is very powerful, salty ammonia. And the reason why they don't use salt, table salt, is because this is too salty. They'd have to put so much. So to get that crazy salt flavor, they use ammonium chloride, which I don't know if it's killing me. I've looked it up. It's not good for you and it's not bad for you. It's whatever, I guess. The best description I ever heard was, it tastes like licking the bottom of the George Washington Bridge. Ooh. Yeah, that's like, huh. So, I love it. One piece, I can suck on it, and it's so good. Licorice is also a natural steroid if you have a sore throat or you're achy. The other thing is, like, if I'm at the opera, I have a bag of licorice with me. And I usually have jelly beans. Oh, you like jelly beans. I like jelly beans, too. I'm not a jelly bean hater, but a lot of people hate them. This is on Amazon. This sweetgourmet.com sells many different versions of black licorice, salted. And if you want to try salted licorice, they have lots of kits that you can get. This one has a hint of salt. This is called Gustav's Black Licorice. This is a hint of salt. This is sweet and firm. They have a million types of black licorice in Scandinavia. And I really kind of like all of them. The licorice that a lot of people like for the texture is the Australian version, which is sweet. And I do like it. But the Scandinavian black, oh, there you go. I get strong black licorice cravings each season. I'm taking notes. Okay, so wherever you're from, Blaise Zephon, I think you said you're from LA. We all have little candy stores. Like New York has a couple that have the jars of the black licorice you can pick from. It's not expensive. The Scotty Dogs. Love it. Big fan. Love those. I don't know. I have okay. So the whole notion of having taste buds from hell, I've always liked strong tasting things, and except for sour. Sour's the one that doesn't do it for me. And I think it's because of the amount of cigars and pipe tobacco I have consumed. Now, I know there's some cigar smokers on here. Dan, I know you enjoy a nice cigar. I miss it. It's one of my things that if I got a terminal sickness, I would immediately start smoking cigars. I always thought if I get a terminal illness, I have a few things I'm looking forward to starting up again. Bad things. But my taste buds are deadened a bit. It takes a little bit of a ha-ha to get me going, and so black licorice does it. What? Whoa, hold on. Dan said, years ago, Reese's made a limited edition Elvis cup. It had peanut butter and banana cream. It was wonderful. Wow, I didn't know that. I wish I owned one of those, like, and saved it. That's cool. I want to taste it now. Wow. Our limited edition Elvis Reese's Pieces? That's freaking cool, man. Wow. Never heard of that. I'm a fan. I'm going to look it up when we're done. Dum Dum Lollipops. I put it in here. Would you like one? Here. What flavor? Mystery? That's one of the reasons why I like. There's a studio audience here of one person. Here, mystery pop. Okay. I like them, but I put in here. This is a candy I just discovered recently. I'm going to mention that I think you'll like if you like licorice. Sometimes they use anise or anise, however you pronounce it, to substitute for licorice. And this here is Jakeman's anise flavored throat drops. They are freaking delicious. Great opera candy. Oh, you have 2 left. You froze them. I will bring one up to you next time I go to Wits. Okay, so, dude, if you do that, I guess what I would do is immediately put it in the freezer and then take it home and freeze it, or would I eat it? I don't know. Would I dip it in resin? See, this is why I get along with you, Dan, is we have the same brain for certain things, and I would have done the same. I would have saved one. I would have been like, I'm saving one, and I might dip it in resin or freeze it into eat. I don't know. That's cool. I like that. I'm trying to think. I save cereal. I have many old cereal boxes still filled with cereal. That's one of the things I do. But black licorice, there's a huge pantheon of flavors. Now, my question is this. Is red licorice licorice? Because from I come from, it ain't. It's cherry candy. It has nothing to do with licorice. We're both a little nutty. Yeah. Save the package, eat the food. Yeah. But it's kind of cool to be like, yeah, it's still in the package. I mean, how many of us have bubblegum cards still in the package with the old gum in it? You know, it's like, it's still in there. It's a little piece of gum. Did you know, and if you watch my Mars Attacks episode, that there's only one unopened Mars Attacks trading card in existence that they know of. One unopened one, which is crazy. Oh, you framed one of the rappers. Yes. See? That's it. Anything Elvis official licensed candy, I would be all over. Yeah. So there's always the nuttier one. Yeah, of course. So anybody that likes black licorice, I recommend go online, do the dive. There's a million flavors. There's the sweet ones. There's the not sweet ones. If you don't like black licorice, you don't like black licorice. That's the way it goes. I've met people that have taken this salty ass licorice that I love, eat it, spit it out, and go, that's awful, and then call me a few days later and say, I went and got some. I had a craving. So that's what I would call an acquired taste. It took them a second. Gum, I do like gum, but the problem of it is it makes your stomach acid spark. And so I don't like that all the time. Yes. Chuck Biscuits from Danzig has a really big cereal box collection. And I think he had... Quisp is great, yeah. I've done an episode on cereal. I think a few episodes. And I will do more. But out of all the candies, for me, the king of all nasty candies, for most people, is black licorice. And the candy that I wanted to end today's episode on, I ordered it, but it didn't come on time. And I had to order it because I can't get it anymore. We'll get to that in a second. There are 2 nasty candies I wanted to end with. One is the world famous circus peanuts. Y'all seen them? They're orange marshmallow peanuts. I even went to a bunch of delis right now looking for them. My grocery store usually has them. They were sold out. They're one of the oldest candies in existence. They have over 200-year history. Now, here's the crazy part of circus peanut candy. They're about this big, right? They're kind of firm, right? Does anybody know what flavor they are? Please tell me, because it's pretty interesting. Anybody know? I'll give it a 5 seconds while I take a sip. So, I have a very early memory. Mom, if you're watching, I think you are. I have an early memory of me and my mom watching The Honeymooners, which we would watch, and her eating circus peanuts and drinking Tab soda. Bingo! Gooses, I can never, aloe goose, I can't pronounce these names. They are flavored, rubber flavored. Their flavor is banana. They're peanuts that are flavored like banana. I love it. Sawdust. No, they're banana flavored, which makes no sense. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. And I learned this from listening to an NPR episode on a road trip about the banana industry and how crooked it is. Like all industries. I'm not saying they're the only ones. I'm just saying their version of crooked is they somehow took the popular... No, it's banana. They took the popular banana that was whatever it was, the strain of banana, and they made this other strain popular that literally tastes totally different. Now, here's the crazy part. Do you know how banana candy kind of tastes terrible? Anything that has banana candy in it. Like, what was the candy that came in a box, like Good and Plenty, and had little fruit shapes, and one of them was a little banana? They were kind of hard. I can't remember what they're called. So that had a banana in it that was banana-flavored candy. What I didn't know, and no one knows this, is that banana flavor that tastes like a weird, kind of almost too much taste of banana is actually based on the original banana that you can't get anymore. So that's closer to the real banana flavor than the bananas that we have today, which is really weird. It just shows you how reality, you can do this and you don't know of how different something was. So if we think about, imagine, and this is an analogy that's not true, but imagine eating an apple, imagine going back to the time of Socrates and taking an apple and I'm like, what? This tastes like a lemon. What the hell? Right? To me, this is what reality is. Like sometimes we think we know what it would be like to experience this past thing, but in reality, it's not. And to me, there's an example. Like when I eat a banana candy now or a circus peanut, that is not the taste of a banana at all. I know it's banana flavored, but it's not a banana. So that's what it is? I have to listen to the NPR thing again. Gros Michel bananas are the... So you do know, some people in here know about this. Again, read the chat. I have a smart group in here. That strain of banana died from an infection. What? There you go. I want to look up now. So you're saying it was an infection, not some dirty business trick. I got to look it up again. From what I remember, I thought it was like a little bit of a dirty business trick that they shifted it away, but I'm going to look it up. My message is the flavor of banana today ain't what it used to be, which is really weird. Now, there's another thing I put on this list of nasty candy. I do like bananas. I eat a few a day. Millennia of selective breeding changes a lot. Yeah. Well, people don't realize that lemons are man-made. They weren't the original fruit. It was a lime, and they somehow made the lemon, which is, again, weird to think of. You can get them in Malaysia or... Oh, wow. That's cool. So, I love... If somebody says, what's your favorite holiday? They would assume I would say Halloween first. And the reason why I don't say that is I've chosen to just celebrate Halloween every day, and it's not even a holiday anymore. I mean, I celebrate it, obviously. This is the first year that I got to celebrate Halloween in years. I mean, really, I threw a party. Honestly, my favorite aesthetic looking holiday, this is going to sound funny if you don't know this. I love Easter. Now, clearly I'm not saying I like the resurrection-y religious version of Easter. I like bunnies, fake grass, eggs, coloring eggs. I like Rankin and Bass Easter shows, and I love walking in the store and seeing little cute bunnies and fake grass everywhere. I love it. And so when I think of Easter, I think of, it's funny, my birthday, again, I celebrate it every day. I've chosen a few holidays to just incorporate into my personal life, and that's another one. I do like Christmas, certain things about it, but Easter, something about it. And I love walking in the drugstore and seeing what I call cheap-ass chocolate. And that is hollow bunnies, hollow eggs, not the solid good stuff, but the cheap stuff. And if you look at it, the chocolate is cheap. It's like not really chocolate. It's like, for instance, I was going to say this earlier. What is the flavor of chocolate Necco wafers? It's not really chocolate. It's the flavor of milk and cream, mostly, with this hint of, the dark taste in this is the chocolate, but it's barely there. Yes, well, of course. Nobody Fresh wrote, as a Satanist, people are always surprised at my love for Christmas and Easter. Hello! I get it, obviously. Yes. The aesthetics are fun. And, as most people know, most of our holidays are based on old pagan holidays that have been around for a long time. They've just gotten a new branding. Forgetfulness of past orthodoxies. Sound familiar? Yeah. I mean, these holidays are ancient, right? And so I do like the aesthetics of Easter and Christmas. There's some great stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chocolate flavor is what? Like, because chocolate isn't sweet. It's like bitter and strong and tastes like coffee. So when I think of chocolate flavored... Bill Yon says, hollow bunnies are proof of God's hatred for us. That's cute. Peeps, wonderful. I love Peeps. I like feeling them. I like putting them in the microwave and watching them blow up. I do it every year. Yeah, there you go, Ashworth. We're on the same page. Marshmallow everything. So, Hollow Bunnies by Palmer. I just walked in the store, and they have a really big one this year, that most of the box is a box, and they make it look bigger than it is. I'll probably buy one. I'll wait for them to go on sale. The other holiday candy that I put as my favorite that nobody likes, and this is the big one that I want to end with, fruitcake. Yes, fruitcake can be used, as in Pee Wee Herman's TV show, to build a wing of your home. Because they're so damn heavy. Even this is heavy. This is what I call, this is cheap-ass fruitcake. This is like if you go to the CVS during Christmas, you will see these kind of brands for sale. Oh, focus. This is something you can get in a lot of places. They sell them on Amazon. It's very heavy, and there is literally candy jellies all through this thing. You know, it's like mostly candy. There's some raisins and nuts, but there's a lot of candy in this thing. You make a killer fruitcake. I was going to say, the homemade ones. Yeah, yes, they can ship Peeps. I think the marshmallow encased in chocolate is what causes it to expand and burst the chocolate. Or maybe the marshmallows they're able to flex a bit in transit. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing on that. I really like... Oh, you give Godiva chocolates out? I mean, dude, it is a good... Out of the most famous brands, it's one of the good ones. Fruitcake is... You soak your fruit in rum for a week. Oh, wow. See, I don't drink, but I would eat that. I eat candied rums. That doesn't bother me. Oh, wow. I mean, I really love real fruitcake. I don't have it too often. I've never tried to make it. I would like to try one time. If I ever see someone making it or it's for sale, like real one, I'll buy it right away. Especially if it's got that clove taste in it and stuff. To me, you cut a piece of this with a cup of coffee. It's really good. My mother and I have always liked, I remember when my mom and I were younger, she would buy it and I would love it. People used to make fun of it for it is heavy. I don't know. Fruitcake. It's great. It's funny that it became a word for gay people too. Fruitcake. I wonder who started that one. That's a weird one, right? I wonder what the There's a book on entomology. I have a gay friend who has a book on all the etymologies of where the gay words came from and the backstory, and there's some funny ones in there. But I like the word fruity. So if I call somebody fruity, it doesn't mean they're gay. It usually means they're colorful in a fun, bubbly way. It could be gay. It could be a feminized version or a masculine version. But for me, fruity is a fun word. And to me, fruitcakes are fruity. They're really weird. It's like a weird concept. What's it say? Jerk boys? Does it have fig? I believe this one doesn't. But I have had ones that do. And that is definitely good. Wow, Bill. Woo! Bill says it makes a great dessert for haggis. I'm guessing you don't like haggis because I like it. Oh, really? Larry has one? I want to see it. What happened to Larry the Cable Guy? I liked him. He was funny. Maybe he just retired. Maybe he got sick of being in character. Do you know that? I was shocked. I thought Larry the Cable Guy was a real redneck type. And then I saw a video of him doing stand-up as, is his name Bill Whitney? Or Dan Whitney is his real name. Yeah, it's good. You always had to eat Graham's fruitcake and break Granny's heart. Yeah. Oh, you do like haggis. So, Bill, there was a place in New York I used to go to get fried haggis, and they stopped carrying it, which is sad. Who does commercials? Oh, Larry the Cable Guy. He does do commercials? Oh, wow. Grandma's fruitcake. I've never tried to make it. Ruth, you've inspired me to try to make it one year. I bought this the other day and I was saving it for this episode to show it. And now I'm excited to eat it this week. Wow, here you go. There's a great book to read called The History of Homophobia. Yeah, that's cool. I would look at that. Yeah, it's weird to see where swear words come from, nicknames, anything like that. It's fun to see the etymology because, I mean, a lot of them come from the group itself as a code word and then it gets used some way. That's like Polari as the language, the gay language in Europe. It came from carnival language. I'm sure your book's going to talk about this, which is why I want to see it. It started off as like a circus lingo and it became something gay people would use to speak in code. And, what's this say? We pretty much have to wait for the Jaffa's yearly Burns dinner to get They do it there? Wow. I didn't know they had it there. I would love to try it there. When is that? I would be willing to come visit my hometown to have haggis in my hometown. Wow. Oh, Ruth, thank you very much. Is it hard to do? I mean, I will do I'll do the soaking of the fruit thing. I'll do the whole thing. But other than that, is it a complicated process or is it a very like follow the steps? Because some cooking recipes require finesse, like if it'll say partially stir in something, like I don't know what I'm doing. But honestly, what did I forget? What goes in the candy desserty thing that's considered nasty? In January, I gotta wait a damn year to eat haggis and Altoona. Oh my God, that's great. So Fallon says the Polari book covers the origin of Polari from the 1700s up. It predates what we think. I want to get this book. I would like to learn how to speak some of it, a little bit more of it, and incorporate it into my daily life. I think it's fun. It's obviously a dying language. I mean, I don't know one single human who speaks it, so therefore, it seems worth learning, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not gay, and I would be not learning it. I would be learning it not for that reason. I would be learning it. The language itself has nothing to do with being gay, which is why it doesn't matter. I just think it's funny that it's got such a long history, and it sounds like it's counterculture language. That's what it is. It's what the counterculture used to get around. Oh wow, I love it. Okay, cool. So I'm just really, before I leave this episode and go eat some of this and eat some food, because this is making me hungry. Right now, I can only taste the ammonia from the black licorice I just ate. What? Are you kidding me? So Fallon says, there is a translated version of the Bible in Polari, free for download. Oh my God. That is... Wow. Yeah, the videos are really good. There's a video of two gay dudes trying to pick each other up in a park speaking Polari, and you all know what they're talking about. Soaking of the fruit we must all do. It looks like Ruth's going to send me a fruitcake recipe, and I'm going to be trying it out. Oh, great question. Nobody Fresh says, interesting. Does that language have any relation to the fact that a lot of circus clowns were gay? I don't know the answer to that, but I would say, just using my noggin, yeah, probably. A lot of performers are gay. I mean, that's definitely it. Counterculture itself, a lot of the counterculture art forms, the gay people that weren't open with it clearly found a home there. The first gay people I met in Altoona were in the theater. In a town where, I mean, not many people were openly, Bill will tell you, not many people are walking around openly gay in small town America. But if you go to the local theater community group, I don't care where you are, you're going to find gay dudes, right? For sure, obviously. And so for me as a little kid, that's the first time I had gay friends, and I was working with them immediately at a very early age. So that's why the prejudice towards a gay scene to me it didn't make any sense, because I knew so many early on. Like my kids today, I mean, I don't even know if they notice it at this point. Wow, this is great. This was a great episode for the chat. I mean, really, I'm like, I can't take my eyes off because there's so many fun things popping in. I mean, if you're new in the live show now, we talked about nasty candy. I can't think of any other ones. I know one. We forgot to talk about pixie sticks, which is just sugar with coloring in it. Well, I never liked them. And Boston baked beans. Anybody remember that? I like those. And then there's all the gums that are cheap. Bazooka. Not back then. It's a lot different. Oh, right. Well, now, yeah. Is there a gay bar in Altoona now, Bill? I mean, we had a gay bar back then, but everybody made fun of it. You'd hear, what was it, La Pierre. You'd hear the La Pierre. But I'm sure now there definitely is a gay bar that's not underground. Yeah, when I was growing up, it was different. Pixie sticks. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, candy buttons, where you're forced to eat paper that's stuck to the back of the candy. I can't believe someone wrote in the beginning they didn't like root beer flavored candy. There's an root beer barrels. Wonderful candy. Fizzy candy. Pop Rocks. Some people hate that. Boston baked beans. The dots on the wax paper. Yeah. Candy buttons. Terrible. They're just not, there's nothing there. Now, if you go to Coney Island proper, I know what I wanted to mention at the end. There's a candy store, and I feel like an ass that I don't know the name. There's a candy store that sells old-fashioned Coney Island candy. They have saltwater taffy. Oh, I love bottle caps. Oh, my God, they're good. Chalky Nightmare. Yeah, it's chalky. So you go to this candy store, and they have saltwater taffy, which doesn't have salt water in it. I don't know if you know that. It's just called that because it got popular at the beach. But they also have, oh, my God, my sister's talking about Altoona Hotel Pizza. I love it. Altoona Pizza you can get anywhere now. I'm going to go to that in a second. They have this candy at the store. They have candy apples, but they have chocolate-covered marshmallows on a stick. It's 3 marshmallows with a stick dipped in chocolate. That's old school. I love it. But back to nasty food. Altoona pizza is now a thing you can get in other states now. And it's pizza. The correct version is it's a Sicilian slice with yellow cheese, ham, peppers on top. Little chunks of ham and peppers. It sounds gross. If it's done right, it's damn good. But you gotta make it the good Sicilian way. Pop rock. Yeah, all the poppy things. Root beer bottle caps rule. That's right. In the bottle caps bag, there's one that's root beer flavored. That's right. I do remember. Wow, now I want that. God, I'm drooling. All right, it's 9. I can't believe I talked about candy that long. I don't know what to say. Tonight was fun. I had a blast. I hope everybody had fun. Someone from born, raised, and living in Altoona. Altoona Hotel Pizza is an abomination. There you go. There's somebody from the town that says it's no good. I like it. I like it. So Cardone grows food. It's weird. I haven't done one show on it because I've done shows like on different ones, but I guess I could do one where it's all compiled. Yeah, I love Altoona Hotel Pizza. I miss it. There was this short little fat guy that used to be in the kitchen. I remember him. He was really little, and he was like just as wide as he was tall. And I remember him coming out of the kitchen being like, that's the guy back there making all the food. And they had really good pasta fagioli, and they had that pizza that I clearly remember. Wow. You call Cardone the Rev in your household. I love it. I have people that call me the Rev and Cardone, Warlock. There's certain people that call me Warlock. Some of my friends. Warlock! I'll be like, oh yeah, it's me. Rev. I have some people call me Rev. I like, sure, the Rev. I'll take it. Thank you. Kevin, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I love this chat. I really do. I look forward to it. It's fun. I forgot to bring it to my philosophy. I almost forgot the main point. Anytime I liked something when I was a little kid, whether it be shrimp popcorn or salted licorice or anything weird, anytime I like something different, gross, shocking, whatever, there have been moments where people will call me a contrarian. And it's one of those things I never liked. I'd be like, contrarian? All right. Clearly you don't get the why. I mean, if I like something, I can tell you why. I taught my kids to be very discriminating in their tastes, but be able to describe why. When I say to somebody, what kind of music do you like? Rock? Why do you like rock? Whatever, this type of music? I just like it. I don't like those answers. They're just dumb. I want to hear why. I want to hear details. So if I like a candy or a food or something, it's not just to be different. It's not I'm a rebel to be a rebel. No, there's a clear reason. And so if someone's calling me a contrarian, it means A, they're not listening to me, to the details that I'm putting in there. B, they're missing the point of the whole thing. Or C, they're trying to misinterpret. They're putting me down by calling me. They're using it as an insult. Like, oh, you're just the guy that wants to be different. And I don't like that. So if somebody calls me a contrarian ever, I'll immediately correct them. I'm like, really? Why would I want to be a contrarian for no reason is my question. Now, you know that I'm a fan of Friedrich Nietzsche's Will to Power. To be a contrarian in that context, meaning somebody that's like, I like everything different, as a will to power, meaning their way of feeling stronger, more important, and some sort of an overlook of looking down, I get why somebody would do that. But the problem is when you confront them on the details. So, let's see. Sons of Italy, thank you. So good. Love the show. I love that you love it. Thank you for coming. The reason why it's good is you guys are in here yapping with me. Why will you not conform? It's like, yeah, Like, why is someone angered by me wanting to try something new that my taste buds say, hey, is good? It's not a contrarian thing. It's, remember to brush your teeth after this one. Yeah, I brush my teeth a lot, and I do recommend using actual baking soda as a supplement. Thank you, Fallon. Yeah, I'm just trying to have fun here. You know, if I die tomorrow, just tell everybody I had fun, okay? Right? That's what I always say. I'm literally just trying to have fun, and this is fun. So, and I like learning. Learning's fun. Folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat, finish this fake beer, and probably watch a fun movie with, in mind, thinking about next week's episode. Because next week's episode, I've had a few ideas. I don't want to spoil it yet, but I've had a few ideas. In a few episodes, I'm going to have Paris on as a guest. And I don't know how to say this, but the guy's one of the greatest storytellers. He's got really good rock and roll stories. If you get me and him in a room, there's going to be rock stories. And some of them are shocking, outrageous, funny, hard to believe they're real. But yes, for me, rock and roll is the modern vaudeville. It became what vaudeville was. It was a circuit that you could run. Thank you. Party on, everybody. Of course I use baking soda. I do. I use toothpaste. Then I take the brush and dump it in the box. Brush with that, and then I rinse with Listerine. Yeah, Paris is a legend. Yeah, and he's a great friend, and I'm honored to be his friend and be able to chat stories with him because I always learn something new. Yeah, folks, I'm gonna take us out with the outro, and please eat more black licorice. Let's keep it moving. I mean, I know it has a fan base in Scandinavia, but in America, what the heck happened? Our grandparents liked black licorice. They also like black jelly beans. I like Dr. Bronner anise. I've had it. It is good. It's tasty. It's better for your teeth. Folks, that was fun. You guys rule. Party on, Wayne.